Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode here on the CreedCraft server. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So we're going to start off today's episode by opening up some loot crates. We've got a fair few loot crates to open because of the stuff I've been doing off camera. First one, I actually managed to make some Enderium. It's something we've been talking about for a while, and yeah, I will actually want some of this platinum ore. That'll be really nice. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, I made one of those and upgraded my pick to be of Enderium level. Hasn't really got me anything though. I don't think until we get to the end, but there's going to be much more we need to harvest above the Manilian level. So the next ones we've unlocked are in MEKANISM, and we've got this enriched alloy here. Now I do have the enrichment chamber as well, however it hasn't actually said that I've completed it. So we'll go downstairs and grab that. But if I get that loot crate, and we'll just head downstairs, pick up this enrichment chamber, and hopefully it'll actually give us the achievement for this. Should do. Let's have a look if we can. Go to here, we have the enrichment chamber, detect. Not sure why it's not doing that. I'll keep that in my inventory just in case it decides to go, because we also have the something else in here, the osmium compressor, but it doesn't seem that is actually something which we need. Anyway, we also have a couple of things in nuclear craft. We have the ingot former and we have the pressurizer. Now there are a few other blocks in here we can get. That we can get the decay hastener, the fluid extractor, crystallizer, machine interfaces, all of this stuff required for the salt mixer, and then all of the fusion core stuff as well, and fusion fuels, and then that will be actually nuclear craft complete. So we've had a bit of bad luck with some of these recently, so I'm hoping I'm actually going to get something decent out of these. So let's have a look at the first one. Prismarine. Nah, not really too keen on Prismarine. Second one, we have some more food I haven't eaten. Oh well, never mind. And the third one, another block of emerald. So no, oh well. You win some, you lose some, and recently we've been losing quite a lot. So after putting it down and picking it back up a few times, I have actually managed to get this enrichment chamber thing working. So we will have a couple more now to have a look at. In MEKANISM, you see it's gone down this path here. So we can get a loot chest there. We can get another loot chest here. We can get a compressed diamond. We can get pulverized obsidian. And we can get refined obsidian dust. Oh yeah, and if I pick up the osmium compressor, I think as well. So osmium compressor, let's see if it does that. Now I think these are, they need to be empty, I think, for it to find it. So I'll need to drain that completely of energy. So I'll place that down there. I'll use it all up. Get every single last bit of energy out of it, and then pick it back up, and it will give me that that achievement. Okay, so when you pick up these, when you're trying to do the MEKANISM ones, if it hasn't registered that you've actually completed the achievement, then you need to empty the tank completely of energy before moving on. So we will gather up those. That is the osmium compressor one. And that also gave us the refined obsidian ingot. So we'll get that one as well. What else we've got? A quantum entangler porter is something we're going to do next. And then the Osgoglas. The dreaded Osgoglas. The horrible one to say. So anyway, second round of loot chests for today's episode. We're going to get... Oh, an angel block. That's actually really quite cool. 16 angel blocks. Really good for building. A sacred oak sapling. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Only one of them. We have some bookshelves. Ooh, completed form craft. What else? There we go. There's the next one. An advanced power cell can store 40 million, or is that 400 million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 400 million RF. Very nice. Optionally in a big multi-dimensional structure. Interesting. So that's going to be interesting to have a look at. Loot chest, next one. We get, ooh, floppy disk from Open Computers. Is it just a floppy disk? Yes, it is. And then we get floodlight. And some more food, but I've already eaten. So I actually got some decent stuff there for once. Just make sure we're not got any ghost blocks if I do that. We'll make sure that we don't have anything ghosted in our inventory. So yeah, these floodlights are really quite nice. This advanced power cell is going to be interesting. Is there anything in it? No, there isn't. Let's put that down just there. We want set all sides to accept energy, and it's slowly filling up. Okay, so now we can use this as a massive energy dump to when we turn the fission reactor on downstairs. That's pretty cool. 400 million RF. So between the last take and this one, there's been a fair amount of stuff go on. As you can see, my hearts are now pink, so I have actually got now 140 hit points of health, 70 hearts in total. And also I've moved all of my mechanism stuff down here, and actually increased my wall of machines down here. Now I'm not really too worried about the lag down here because I'm not going to be using all of these all the time. It's only kind of 1, maybe 2, at a maximum I reckon there's only going to be about 5 of these running at a time. And they're not linked together at all, so it's all just manual at the moment. I'm just putting stuff manually through them. That energy cell that we've just got, you can see I've got this here. And I've got it full, and I've worked out a few things with it. So if I set it to in here, you can see it's filling up back to full there. Behind all of this, behind I think this block here, I've got the energy piles which we made, which create a buffer between the reactor and the rest of the cabling. So it's always got a 6 million buffer between the reactor and this. So what happens when this turns on? This thing here, this energy here, is the last thing to fill up. So the first thing to fill up is this advanced power cell, and then the second thing to, well actually no, the first thing to fill up is all of the machines and this power cell, and then next thing to fill up is the piles, and I've got one on this side and one over this side as well, coming out of this the pipe leading out of here, and there's a conduit as well leading out of this side. So I've basically got these 3 on one conduit and everything else on another conduit. I'll probably change that around later on and do a much better job of wiring all of this together at a later date, but for now it's okay, it's not too bad. And then finally this fills up, so I can stand here and turn this on, and it'll, when the system's empty, it'll take ages, and this will stay empty for ages, and then this will slowly fill up, and once this is full, I know that the entire system is full of energy and everything's ready to go. I can turn this off and not worry about power for a while. So once this is filled up, I will show you now. What I've been doing is I'll turn this off, I'll come back over here, set this then to out, and because the system is now full of energy, nothing else needs power, and so this is full. But as soon as I start using these machines, this starts dissipating first, and then this will end up dissipating last. I think that's how it works anyway, because it runs from the shortest cable, so it finds power from here before it finds power from a reactor. So the machines we've got here, we have a precision sawmill, we have a basic smelting factory which comes from the energized smelter, we have a crusher, and I've moved down the energetic infuser, the enrichment chamber and the osmium compressor, move those down here as well. So we have all of these machines down here and I can use them however I want. And I've been creating up quite a few things as well. So in here we've got everything which we've been creating. We've got a load of energy upgrades. I didn't know how many I'd need, so I actually built far more than I needed. We've got loads of these basic control circuits, a few of the advanced control circuits, some of the reinforced alloy and the enriched alloy. I've only got one left of those. I see I've got some redstone and all the kind of stuff we need for MEKANISM. I wasn't actually going to do this today, but I might as well actually carry on down the MEKANISM route and try and get a few more things sorted with that, because we have actually got a fair few more loot chests ready to go with this. If you have a look how much I've done here, I'd made up a couple of the glowstone, which was nice and easy. I'll walk you through a couple of these recipes just to show you how easy they are. I cheated on a couple of them because the Osgoglass we got from one of Nathan's loot crates. He kindly donated 2 ingots of Osgoglass to us for the sharpening kit, and also this basic tier installer here. I got that out of a loot crate as well. So very quickly just going through some of the recipes for these. Obviously we know a couple of them. The actually no, we don't really know a couple of them at all. We know the steel, I suppose. So if we go into here and to MEKANISM, first of all we have, let's just pick one at random which we've made. Select crusher. We have the crusher here, and so it's all just very basic stuff. It's just basically going around gathering and just waiting for machines to finish grinding down all of this. These ones here are osmium ingots with compressed redstone, and then from these you can make the advanced circuits with some of the enriched alloy and the redstone, and then these things can go on to make these elite control circuits, and that's what we're going to be trying now, I think. So if we grab some of those, some of these and some of these, why not some of them, and anything else? Yeah, we'll need some of that and some of those and some of those. I think that'll do for now. And so if we come over to crafting bench, then we can have a look at say, let's go into there, into there. Let's see if we can actually make some of these. So we can make 2 of them, and 2's okay, that's alright. But that will actually give us, hopefully, yes, another quest there. And so that gives us this elite control circuit here. And we are actually going to need a couple more of those because I want to try and get to this ultimate control circuit as well today. So if we just have a look, the reinforced alloy is the enriched alloy with some diamond in a metallurgic infuser. These ones we actually got out of a loot crate as well, the atomic alloy. But the atomic alloy isn't actually that difficult to do now for us. We can actually start making these because it's the reinforced alloy with some reinforced or compressed cobblestone, obsidian, sorry, or reinforced obsidian dust in there to create these. So it's actually really quite simple to do now. We've got everything we need to get up really far in this and to actually get on to some of the stuff we can make with this. Some of the stuff we can make with this, for instance, we're actually going to need to get into the Empowerer soon, or this combination crafting, and try and work out how they work. But yeah, we can make these ultimate tier installers, and this is something I want to go down as well, the route to actually make these much more powerful machines. If you have a look at this basic smelting factory, which I have imbued or infused with the basic tier upgrade, which we got from a loot crate, this now has 3 different slots we can put stuff in, whereas the basic one only has 1, or the energized smelter, which this came from, only had 1 slot, but this has 3, and then whatever we put in here gets auto sorted into all 3 slots. So you can just put 1 stack in there and it'll split it into 21, 21 and 22. If we have a look at a couple of the things which we're not up to yet, so which includes this ultimate control circuit, which is one we're going to need to create the top end of MEKANISM. This needs either combination crafting, an empowerer, or fusion crafting, and we're nowhere near fusion crafting. The empowerer may be the easiest, but I want to have a look at combination crafting because there's a huge amount of stuff we can do with this crafting core here, and that uses 4 of the atomic alloys and an elite control circuit to make one of these things. We are up to this stage, of course, and we can make these ones with the reinforced alloy. So yeah, we are really quite far on with this. I think one of the things I do want to make, let's have a look at this, where we're up to. We're not up to that stage yet. So we are on to the advanced tier installer. So if we have a look at what is the advanced tier installer, that is 2 of these elite control circuits, 4 of the reinforced alloy, 1 of the steel casing, and 2 zirconium ingots. Zirconium ingots you get from crushing in a rock crusher some andesite, and I've already done that, so I think I should have some zirconium ingots in here. That's nickel. I thought I did. There we are, zirconium ingots. So we need 2 of those. I'm actually going to get, say, I've got 6 machines, so let's get 12 of those in total and take those downstairs so we know where they are. So the recipe calls for 4 of these reinforced alloys. Now for that we're going to need some more of these enriched alloys, which we're going to need some redstone and some iron. We've got iron on us. So we come over to the metallurgic infuser and put 1 of those in. 1 of those counts as 80 redstone, so 8 units. So if we place in I'm going to place in a stack of those so that it goes through, but you'll see it'll only make 8 of these at a time. And so we can put another 1 in and can make 16. That'll be 32. And we'll just let those go through. So we've got 16 of those. The next thing we're going to need is 1 of these compressed diamonds as well. We'll let all of this go through. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. There we go. So now this is empty again. We can put a compressed diamond in, and we can make 8 of these, just so that I've got some left over. There we go. And we needed these steel casings as well, so we'll get those. So now we should have everything we need to create at least 1 of these. There we go. And that is another quest done. So how far can we get in this? The elite tier installer. So let's have a look where that is at. So we're at the elite tier controller. We're nowhere near. So we need to go for extreme reactors to be able to get anywhere near this. We also need to get 1 of the crafting cores. And yeah, and that's not anywhere near that. That is probably, yeah, that's a long way off, to be honest. However, now with this advanced controller, or the advanced tier installer, we can increase the tier of this basic one up to an advanced. What I do want to have a look at though is, can we skip? I want to see with the metallurgic infuser, can we skip straight to that? No, we cannot. So it looks like I have to go onto a basic smelting factory, right click on there, takes it up to an advanced smelting factory, and now we have 5 slots instead of 3. Well, I suppose while we're at it, we might as well actually upgrade all of these things to the max. I've already put another basic tier upgrade into these, and in my inventory here I have another 4 of these basic tier installers. So we can turn the crusher into a basic crushing factory, we can turn the enrichment chamber into a basic enriching factory, the osmium compressor, it becomes a basic compressing factory, and the precision sawmill here turns into, that one can't actually be upgraded. Okay, so that means I've actually created 1 too many of these. I'll have to remember it, because over here we have everything we need for the advanced ones. In this one we have the recipe for the advanced control circuit here, which is basic control circuit, the enriched alloy and redstone. So we'll make all of those. And then in here, if we put those into here, we can make the elite control circuit. And we got 10 elite control circuits there. I'm going to take 2 of those out because we only need 4 of these, sorry. We only need 4 of these rather than 5. So we'll get 4 of those advanced tier installers. We'll come over to here and we can turn this basic compressing factory into an advanced compressing factory. The basic enriching factory becomes an advanced enriching factory, the basic infusing factory becomes an advanced infusing factory, and the basic crushing factory becomes an advanced crushing factory. And there we go, that is all 5 of those, because this one doesn't seem to be able to be, there's no factory, there's no basic or advanced sawmill factory type thing. So these ones are now all have 5 slots in them each, and if we press this button here for auto sort, that presses auto sort on, so that whenever we put something into this, do we have anything? Yeah, we've got, let's break down a redstone so you can see this. So we have 28 redstone there, and in the enriching factory here, this will turn into these compressed redstone. So we need a lot of these, so I just keep on topping up what we have. So if we press with auto sort on, if we click these into this one slot, it'll automatically be spread out into and load balanced across all 5 slots. We can take those out. This has now run out of power for some reason. Mustn't have this actually set up properly, so I'll turn this on. Simple, turn that on, and this should. I may have some of my cables messed up. Let's have a look. Let's take that out. Break all of this, and in here, no, it's not actually getting anything. Pick it up, put it back down again. Sometimes they have a problem when you upgrade them, but yeah, that's better. When you upgrade them, they lose out on their power, but easy enough to put it upright like that, and it fills back up with energy. So whenever, it's a good tip if you find your machines are running out of power, pick them up, put them back down again. So we want the smelting factory just there. Want the crushing factory there, and the infusing factory there, and then I can put all of that back into there with auto sort on. There we go. So obviously now we have a lot more loot crates to gather up, so gather up all of these and we'll start opening them. So let's see what we get. We have a cup of coffee, we have greenhouse glass, that's actually quite cool. We're going to be making a greenhouse soon. Paper walls. More of those basic energy crystal things. Actually, no, that's quite cool. They're the input output, and the other ones we got were the relays. So we can actually make an end game energy transfer system now. Augmentations for thermal engineering. Osgogliask block. Okay, well that's alright. Enchanted building guide. Or sorry, enhanced building guide. Not sure what that is. Overclocker upgrades. We have flux crystal block. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Another cup of coffee. Some pultine, already got some of that. Another mob imprisonment tool, or safari net as they used to be called. Block of coal coke, 4 blocks of coal coke. Congealed purple slime block. And a builder. Oh cool, we got a builder. That means we can get a quarry sorted, although the quarries, the quarry cards for these are really difficult to get. What is this enhanced building guide? This enhanced building guide is actually going to be really good for us, because one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today is some of the future projects we're going to be getting on with, some of the future building projects. Last episode we talked about the different mods we're going to be using. However, I've written these signs around different areas around the server here, just about what I want to add into various different places. So you can see we've got a stables here and a blacksmith over here. And then over on the other side, you can see I put some cobblestone up just to mark out an area over there, just counting out how much space we've got to do stuff. So I can then go into a creative test world and build up something for all the way around here. And this is going to be greenhouse and farms. My main thought with this would be to actually take away this lake and the lava pool here and replace it with a large pagoda. And I was going to do like the pagoda as in either a hexagon or a octagon type shape, and that is what this will help us do. So I've had thoughts about how to actually do this, and this is really going to help us. If we place this down, and this is what it should do at least, if we place a lever or redstone signal on top of it, you can see it adds a ghost signal, and at the moment it is on a sphere. I don't know how to interact with it. Changing size. Oh, hang on. Is this one where you click it on different sides? No, it's not. I've got the wiki up here, so I'm just going to have a little look at this and see how it works. Okay, so I've got the hang of this now. It is the one I was thinking about. I've seen this in different mods, in mod packs before. I've seen people playing with it. But I've never had to play with it myself. So on the sides here you can see there's arrows facing inwards, and so we can change these and you can see the total block count going down there, and then it will go back up, and you can just play around with these to the X, Y and Z coordinates. And then on the top here it will change which style it's in, so it's in dome mode here, so you can see it's like that. And then triangle mode, and then pentagon mode, and then hexagon mode, octagon mode. And this was the one I was looking at, because we can create a really nice large very large octagon here, but we can stick this right in the middle of the lake there, and we can work out the perfect shapes to be able to make a really nice pagoda structure in the middle here. Now we can have all of our farms. We've got 2 different farmers we can place in here, automatic farming machines, and I think that with that the big power block that we got, then 400 million RF will be enough to power it out here, no problem. The only other area that I've got something going on is we're by the little town here, our little starting town, and then just up on this rise here we're going to make a little druid grove here. It's maybe some Botania stuff. It's got a nice view of that, but I thought maybe putting that sacred sapling here and growing a massive great big tree in the sky here may look good. I don't know how it will. I don't know what it will look like yet. I want to have a play around in a creative test world with those sacred saplings first before I do anything on here, because I know I've seen them in videos now and they do look very big, and it may just destroy this entire landscape. So yeah, I want to have a play around with them first before we do anything here. However, we're going to do something. I wanted to do something with roots, but roots isn't in the pack. But something in FTB Beyond we did. We made a little druid circle, a druid grove to play around with root stuff. So something along those lines, a nice little coppice of trees, and it might actually form my own entrance into the Twilight Forest. And I think we'll be going into the Twilight Forest in the next couple of episodes as well, and having a play around in there. However, I think that is a good place to leave it here today. It's been a bit of a different episode than I thought it was going to be today. I thought I'd actually get on with some of these projects today. Maybe the one over by the lake over there. But it doesn't seem to be. I've ended up just getting into MEKANISM and just carrying on with MEKANISM all the way through. I've been having real fun with MEKANISM. I love that mod, and I'm glad that I finally got a pack with it in, because a lot of the FTB packs, they don't like MEKANISM, so they don't add it into a pack. So yeah, it's good to have it here. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.